In this video, we will create a simple CRUD application using Java and MySQL as the database. For MySQL installation, you can refer to the previous video where I have shown you how to install the XAMPP server. So for simplicity, we will use the MySQL using that only. So let's get started. So first of all, I will need a MySQL connector. So let's head over to the browser, MySQL connector Java. We will download this connector from here. So since we have already downloaded it, let's head over to this zip, double click this to unzip this, open this, and there you will have your jar file. Now let's head back to our IntelliJ. So we have the connector ready with us. Let's create the database. So in here we will keep the things simple as of now. I will go to my XAMPP server, will start the MySQL server. It will take few seconds. Let's wait for it to get started. Once it is in running state, get back to XAMPP, click on phpMyAdmin, and there you will have your database and tables. So let's say I am creating a new database. Let's name it bookdb. Create. Database is created. Now let's create a new table over here. Let me name the table as book and column as, let's say, 3. ID is int. Make it as primary key. Auto increment. Another column as title. Make it varchar 255 characters in length, and author again varchar 250 characters in length. Save it. There you have the table ready with us. So we have the table already created. We have the JDBC driver that we have downloaded. Now we need to add that to our application. So let's head back to our project structure and go to modules, dependencies, click on the plus icon, jars or directories. So we have this present in our downloads directory, MySQL. This jar we will select and open this, and this is here, and OK. So it is getting imported. So if you expand your external libraries, you have MySQL connector available over here. Now let's create few more things. So let me say the package name is com.book. Now I will create a book class over here, and here I will add private int id, private string title, and a author, right? Now we will add getter and setter for all the fields. So this is my plain Pojo. One more thing I can do is I can create a constructor with all the fields, and I want to add a toString as well. Fine. Now the next thing will be to create a book service using which we will interact with the database. Let me name it as book service. Also, one more thing is the intent of this video is to show you how to perform basic operations. I'm not diving deeper into the conventions or the standards. So I will have a method for adding a book. These will be the input. Then another option will be to fetch all the books. Next operation will be to update a book. And another method will be there to delete a book. Now let's implement all these methods, starting with the add book. So how are we going to do is, first we need to establish a connection with the database, right? So let me say this will be the URL of my database. Here it is running on my local host, port number 3306, and bookdiv is the database that we have created. Then let me do one thing. Let me get rid of it. Now let's add a book. Insert into book, then column names, and then values. Now what I will do is I will use try block over here, and I will do driver dot get connection from this URL. User password, and this I will take in a variable called connection, and there will be a catch block. SQL exception I have to catch over here. Now here I will run my query. Or I can do this. Wait. First is my title and the next is my author, and after that I will update. I will say book added successfully, right? So this is for adding a book. Now once I have the method ready, I will go back to my main class to interact with this application on the, this will be my client. So I will use scanner class. I will create a service object. Now let me say this method will keep on running until I exit. So here I will say since I have created only one option as of now, so we have created a switch. Now it's time to run the application. So I will run it like this. As we can see, the application is running. Now let's try to add something in our database. Title Java programming is the title. Author is author 1. That's said book added successfully. Now let's go back to our database and we will click on browse. See, ID is 1, title is Java programming, and author is author 1. This is what we have provided. Now let's head back to our application and add implementation for other methods. So add book is complete. Now let's implement other methods starting with list books. So I will come here and now I have to fetch all the books which are present in my database. So first of all I will query this. So let's start from book, try connection, and here I will say URL is there, user is there, password is empty as of now, catch, okay. Now what I will do is I will use my connection to create statement, and then I will statement dot execute query, and this will be fetched in my result set. Now what I will do is I will iterate over this result set. and I will print the books over here. So now we will print our books and back to our switch case. Case 2. Here I will say list books. Three will be 2. Update book. Fourth will be 2. Delete book. So here I will come and say list books, and I will now run it. So I already have one book in my application. I will say 2. So it will print me all the books which are present. Let's add one more book. One more. List books. So see, we have these 3 books present over here, and let's head back to our browser. I'll click on basically I just need to refresh this console. See, there are 3 records present in the table as well. Now let's head back and implement the rest of the methods. So what I will do is string query. I will try to update title and author where ID is this. And now I will say So I will use this query, I will set all the variables and I will execute the update. If the result of this update is more than 0, that means update has been performed, otherwise we were not able to find this record in the database. And now the last one, the delete book using this ID. So let's create a query. Now using connection, we will prepare a statement, and the statement will set the ID, and then again we will execute the update. Same thing, if executed is greater than 0, book has been deleted, otherwise book is not deleted or not found. So now let's update our client in the main class. So we have 2 implemented. Now it's time to update our 3 point, third point. Now let's run our application. List of books, these are the 3 books present. Now let's update one book. I want to update the third one. Let's say the new title is The Batman That Laughs, and the author is author 100. See, book updated successfully. If I just list all the books again, the title is updated and the author is updated. Now let's say if I want to delete this, and I will delete the same one. On in the first case, if I will select an ID which is not present, then I will get the book not deleted. But if I provide the correct ID, just 3 in this case, it will say book deleted successfully. I will list all the books, and now we have only 2 books present. Let's head back to the database, refresh, and see only 2 are present now. So that is how you can create a basic CRUD application with MySQL as the database, and with the terminal you can interact with your application using the basics. So that's all for this video. You can try more things on how to interact with the database, and suggest new features or request new features or provide me the code that you have created. So that's all for this video. See you in my next. Thank you for watching.